a serious person behind the screen. So, Civil War is finally out, or at least in the UK anyway, and it is awesome. Now, this review will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film yet, like if you live in the USA or some other country, then please click off the video and come back when you've seen it. If you've not clicked off yet, hello. So let's get on with it. The thing that stuck out to me about this film, and we're what, the 13th, 14th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now, is you could go into it going, oh yeah, I'm going to be Team Cap, or yeah, I'm going to be Team Iron Man. But during the course of the film, you start to think, hang on, both of these guys have really good points, actually, and I don't know whose side I'm on anymore, because I can definitely see where these guys are coming from. Iron Man, obviously, I can definitely see where he's coming from because of that woman coming up to him about her son dying and stuff, and Cap made a good point that what if the Avengers need to do something drastic and the government won't let them, and then the whole world's, knackered. So I can definitely see where they're coming from, and that's what it does so well. Unlike Batman vs Superman, you know why they're fighting, and you know why, and you can see the points of view. And I know a lot of other reviews have said this, that Chris Johnson said this. The characters on their respective sides don't just feel like, oh yeah, I'm on this side because I am. Example, Black Widow. She's on Team Iron Man, but it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm on Team Iron Man. It's like she doesn't necessarily agree with the government taking control of everything, but if this is the best road to peace, if this is the best option, then she'll do it. But she doesn't wholly agree, and that's what I like. All the characters have personalities. And I know I probably shouldn't really be shocked at saying this, but how well does this film manage multiple characters? Everyone gets their screen time, whether it be Wanda, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Bucky, Sam Wilson. Everyone gets the screen time. Everyone does. Sharon Carter. Everyone's balanced and everyone feels real, and it's a bit of a triumph, to be honest. I know Avengers did it and Avengers Age of Ultron did it, but it's brilliant. While we're on the subject of the Carters, I actually felt pretty sad when it was at Peggy's funeral, because I've just watched the Agent Carter Season 1 for the first time, and that was a really good show, and coming off the back of that and then seeing her dead in a funeral in Civil War, that's actually pretty sad. Yes, let's just address the elephant in the room. That airport fight scene. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Like, when they were all running at each other, I was just smiling like an idiot. It was so, like, because like I said earlier, you root for both sides. You don't really want to necessarily see them kill each other, but the fight is so good. It's so well directed. There's barely ever a sequence where I couldn't tell what was going on. Like, obviously shaky. There's barely ever that. There's each of the characters are throwing quips out and actually talking to each other, which is what a fight scene should be. It shouldn't just be fights. Avengers did this as well, when the team was, bantering between each other. And Civil War continues this tradition. Each of the characters' abilities is used effectively here. There's funny moments, like when Ant-Man, when he gets Captain America to throw the enlarging disc at the truck, and then it explodes and just takes Rhodey out, and it just explodes on him. And she's like, "Oh, I thought it was a water truck." That is so funny. I would probably say it's probably the most serious Marvel film to date. Actually, Iron Man was pretty... No, I guess it's one of the most anyway, as in it's not total comedy like some of the others were. While we're on the subject of heroes, let's get on to my favourite part of this film. Spider-Man! He's home. He's officially home. This is probably one of the most accurate... Well, in fact, I think it's the most accurate representation of the original character that we've had on screen. Tobey Maguire was... great as Peter Parker. He was a dweeb, which is what he should be. Spider-Man wasn't really a fan of. Like, yeah, I just wasn't really a fan of Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was amazing as Spider-Man. There's that scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 where he's like the one of the first scenes, he's flying along the buildings and he's going woohoo and like cheering and everything. That's brilliant, and he's just webbing everything. But now we have Tom Holland, and although it took some getting used to his voice, because everyone's quite deep voice, because everyone's adults in here, and you just have this 15-year-old walk on. I love him as Spider-Man. I think I was a little unsure. I think what I said on Twitter when it was first announced, I think I said, can we have someone older for a change? Maybe you see a different interpretation, an original interpretation. Maybe he's been doing it for a while as Spider-Man, but I realised then we haven't properly seen High School Spider-Man. Not properly. We have, but he's been played by 30-year-olds each time. Now we have a Spider-Man that's young. Now we have a Spider-Man that's... I'm almost his age. And... yeah, and I couldn't be happier with it. I thought he was so good. I thought in and out of the costume he was great. I thought his Peter Parker was great, the little brief we saw of him. I thought in costume, Spider-Man, brilliant. Like, he was throwing quips, but he wasn't like going too over the top. I loved when Ant-Man turned huge. I loved how he took him down. It was like The Empire Strikes Back. Although I do have a problem with that. He says, remember that really old movie, The Empire Strikes Back? Yeah, I'm 14, I think he's like 15 or 16, or 17 even, and I know The Empire Strikes Back like the back of my hand, and I certainly don't call it that old movie, so I had a little problem with that, but otherwise, I thought he was great. He was he was trying to impress Tony and everything, like, when Bucky punches him and he catches it, it's like, you have a metal arm? That's awesome, dude! And he's like, no, I need to impress Mr. Stark, and yeah, he was great. I loved how the eyes moved and like they go up and down and stuff. Yeah, you couldn't be happy with how Spider-Man was in this film, and considering he's a late addition, he's in it more than you would think. He's in it quite a bit, but that's not a bad thing, because this has just made me so excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm so excited to see what they do. I'm so excited to see what the villain is. I'm just excited to see more of this Spider-Man, because he was great, and I just loved it. And I loved how, although he was on Team Iron Man, he really was like, he respected the other side as well. Like when he came and was like, hey Cap, I'm a big fan. Yeah, same with Ant-Man, actually, when Ant-Man's just like fanboying over Captain America, he gets his shield off Spider-Man, and he's like, here you go, Captain America. Love it. Love it, it's brilliant. Also, Vision wearing normal people clothes. Hilarious. While we're on the subject of Vision, it's lucky Rhodey didn't die. I think he's paralysed, but it's lucky he didn't die. Stan Lee cameo. That's brilliant. That's one of the best Stan Lee cameo. That rivals the one in The Amazing Spider-Man, actually. Got a package for Tony Stank. I loved it. I loved it. I do think the film was a bit slow in its first act. But I think you're going to have to expect that. You walk into it going, this is more slower, it's less action orientated than the Marvel films. Having said that, there was plenty of action to go around, airport fight scene being the best one of them. Black Panther, he was cool. The after credit scene, I'm actually really excited to see to see his own film now, because obviously they're in Wakanda. Yeah, Black Panther was a really cool addition. I loved him in this film. And let's talk about the other after credit scene with Spider-Man. That was a nice reference with the spider signal from the 60s cartoon. I think that was when it was first appeared. That might have been in the comics. I haven't read them in ages. I've got like the first 20 issues in a reprint, like compilation. I just haven't read them in ages, literally. In fact, I think they were in the comics, and I'm not sure. And yeah, I like that. Aunt May, I don't. They do a cool thing with how young she is in this, but like there's a joke. I don't really think that's Aunt May, because no offense to Marissa Tomei, but you're never gonna get better than Rosemary Harris in the Maguire films. Sally Field came close. Sally Field was pretty good, but Rosemary Harris, she's the best Aunt May. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm probably gonna think of more later on. I thought, damn, I should have put that in this video, but that's it for now. I would probably give this film easily 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Brilliant one. I probably wouldn't put it among like my top 3 MCU films. I think Avengers is still quite high up there, and Iron Man. And I really love the first Captain America film. Like, I love how it's just a throwback to the 40s and everything. Anyway, that's just a different topic. Yes, tell me what you thought of Civil War in the comments. Yeah, I loved it. Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Panther, amazing. Everyone was just fantastic in it. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.